Okay, so let's recap. Basically, what I've been telling you is that this is a way for you to find out how to beat your competition. If you have somebody at the top of Google that you're trying to get your sales funnel ahead of theirs, how do you do that? Okay, and this is how you're going to do it. And we are going to go through this right now and look at this report. So once your report's ready, you're going to get a email that looks just like this. Hello, Jay. We have your free SEO cost calculator, and for the website that you chose, which is your funnel, and for the keywords such as health insurance, life insurance, whatever it is, and you're going to click here. And once you click there, it's going to take you back here to linksmanagement.com. Okay. Now you can also get here if you go to the top and go to SEO calculator and view all reports when you're logged in, it will also take you here. Okay. Now, this kind of gives you an example of how the keyword calculator works, but essentially they analyze the backlink profile for the website. They look at the competition for it, and they look at the keywords, and they'll tell you how many links you need to beat out your competition, how much it's going to cost to get to the top of Google. Okay, pretty cool. So here we go. This is the website that I just did, which is my agency website for local SEO. And I'm going to view the report. Okay, so once I view the report, this says that it's going to take me 5 months to build 150 links and cost me $333 a month to rank at the top of Google for local SEO. How cool is that? Like, this ought to be, you ought to be dancing right now, because literally I just showed you how to beat out your competition. Okay, this is super, super cool stuff. So now I know that it's only going to take me 300 bucks to beat out a website that's above me, and it's going to take me 5 months. Okay, so imagine this. Think about every product that you launch, every business that you launch. Doesn't even have to be insurance. Whatever it is that you're doing, you can literally build a sales funnel for it, use this tool and the other tools that I've shown you that didn't cost you really anything to do, and it's going to specifically calculate and tell you what it's going to take to be number one and beat out your competition. I mean, that makes you very, very dangerous, okay? Because now, as you're launching different products or you're launching different verticals, you know, hey, I'm going to do life insurance, I'm going to do a health insurance funnel, I'm going to do an IUL funnel, I'm going to do all these different verticals, then essentially you know going into the project what's going to cost you to rank, okay? Now, let me give you this as a caveat. When you're advertising your funnel in the beginning, okay, my suggestion is that you put about 20 to 25% of your budget into SEO, okay? And the rest of it you put into pay-per-click or Facebook, because that's going to get you the immediate results, okay? The second thing that I want to tell you is for the first month or two or three, you would probably want to use an agency platform to rank your website, because they do a really, really good job with their SEO, or I wouldn't be telling you about them, okay? And you don't have to do all this stuff that I'm showing you, okay? But as time goes on, right, it would be nice to know what it's going to take to rank for these keywords and how much it's going to cost you. And so if you want to start doing it yourself and kind of cut out the middleman, they're doing the same thing that I'm showing you how to do here, but you can start doing it yourself. So I'm not telling you tomorrow to go out and do this with your funnel. I just want you to understand the possibilities that's out there and how you can really take over a marketplace with this information. Okay, so here we go. That's your report. That's what's going to cost. And then all you got to do to start is click Start Now to boost your rankings and traffic. How cool is that? So I'm going to click on it, and here we go. Okay, now let's walk through this, because this is really, really important, because I said earlier something and I want to drive it home. Okay, so first things first. You need to think about what types of links that you're going to buy. Now, what do you mean by that, Jay? There's a couple different ways you can do this. You can do a monthly rental on the link, or you can buy the link. Okay? It's like renting a house versus buying a house. Now, what happens if you stop paying rent? They kick you out, right? If you own a house and you own it, then no one's going to kick you out, right? So when you look at the type of links, you need to think about how is the best way to spend your budget, but what is it that you're really trying to accomplish? Now, in other videos, if you didn't hear it, I'm going to say it again because I think it's really important. You should do SEO in parallel with your other advertising campaigns. So if you're running PPC or you're running Facebook, SEO ought to be running right along at the same exact time, but you ought to just have more of your budget going to the right now money, which is the PPC or the Facebook, and like I said, only 20 or 25% of your budget toward SEO. But when you look at what you're trying to accomplish with the SEO, is you're trying to get your funnel to rank for these different keywords over time to essentially cut the cost that you're spending on Facebook and pay-per-click advertising. I hope that that makes sense for you. So by you organically ranking online, you don't have to pay for every single click that you get on an ad online, either through Google or Facebook. Okay, so if you do a monthly link and you rent your links, you're essentially not accomplishing that goal. Because if you quit paying rent, just like if you quit doing PPC or quit doing Facebook ads, you're cut off. Nothing happens. Okay, no one's going to your funnel. So my suggestion would be to do permanent links. Now they cost more. Okay, so if you come here and you choose that your budget just went up from $333 to $593, it doubled. Okay, now there's a way to control this, and I'll show you this, but just take my advice on this and do permanent links. Don't cheap out and do monthly links. Okay, if you do and you know that's your deal, it's your money, you do whatever you want to. I'm just telling you from experience, from building literally hundreds of funnels, hundreds of websites, having clients that I do this for through my advertising agencies, buy permanent links. Okay, so I think I beat that horse to death. So we're going to buy permanent links. We're going to do it for the promoted website, right? So we've already picked that out. This is this promoted URL is your sales funnel, as we've discussed. The website category. Now, this is how you target your SEO. Now, what do you mean by that? Very important. Now, I want you to listen closely. When you post a backlink on a website, just because it's authoritative does not mean it's a good website for you to backlink to. Okay? Just because a website is relevant to what you're selling doesn't mean it's good to backlink to, because it may not be authoritative enough. So it can go both ways. What I'm trying to tell you is you need to have an authoritative website that's relevant to your sales funnel. So for an example, I would not want an authoritative website for cars when I'm selling IULs. Okay, does that make sense? I would not want to post my website on a makeup or fashion website when I'm trying to sell health insurance. Okay, so keep that in mind. And these categories, you want to check off this button, okay, where it says select all. See that there? Check that off. Come down here to categories and type in what it is that's most relevant to your funnel. So if I was to do an IUL funnel, which I have, I would do financial planning or financial services. Okay, so let's do financial planning. Okay, now I have a permanent link going to a sales funnel for retirement planning, and I'm going to post on financial planning websites. Okay, now you'll notice that the price changes as you do this. So let's go to, what's that, $783? Let's go to services, see if that changes. Okay, so see I'm adding these on here. Personal finance. Let's add that on there. Okay, great. So that didn't change it. So I'm adding financial planning, financial services, and personal finance as the website categories that I'm looking to place my backlink. Okay. Now, in the report that we got, it told us how many backlinks that we need. And so that's what this is based off of. Okay, so it takes 150 backlinks to essentially rank at the top of Google for your keyword, which is local SEO in this example, but in your example, it'd be health insurance or financial planning or whatever it is. Okay, now there's two ways to control this. One, you could do less backlinks. Okay, that's pretty obvious and make the budget cheaper. But the way that I like to do it, because I know what it takes, right? It just told me what it takes, 150 backlinks to rank at the top of Google. Well, if I don't have $783 a month that I want to spend on this project, so let's say you're spending, you know, $1,000 a month, and you only have $250 of that budget, 20 or 25% of that budget for SEO, then you're not necessarily going to spend $700-800 a month on SEO, right? Because the fruit on that tree isn't going to ripen for 6 months to a year from now. You want the right here, right now money, which is why you do PPC and Facebook. Okay, this is your long-term strategy. So this is saying in 4 months, they're going to place 40 links a month. In 4 months, I want to be ranking at the top. Well, I've already got my advertising campaigns going. I'm not necessarily worried about organically ranking at the top of Google tomorrow because I have my other campaigns going. I'm worried to long-term lower my cost for my ads that I'm putting out, right? So what you would do is you would set the speed to be longer, okay? Or you could even do it shorter. So I could place more links per month here, but I'm going to go this way, and let's see what 20 links a month does. So it's going to take me 7.5 months at this pace, but I lower my budget to $400. Let's go all the way down. Look at that. 15 months at 10 links a month, $200. There we go. I'm right in my budget. I'm going to rank to the top of Google with my funnel on relevant websites in 15 months. Now, you may say, well, Jay, I want to do it quicker than that. Fine, do it. But you got to have a bigger budget. Okay? It's all about the money, honey. I promise you. You need to have a budget of mine and stick with it. And what I would encourage you to do is stick with my format, the 80-20 format. 80% forced advertising, which is PPC or Facebook, and 20% SEO. And then over time, as you start closing more deals, then you might be able to speed this up a little bit. Maybe your budget goes up, right? And because you're investing new dollars, right? You're investing new money that you're making, not your old money that you already have. And so you can afford to do more advertising. Now, if you got a lot of money, man, go for it. Do it all. But I'm just giving you advice based on what I've seen with my clients and the way I do it. Okay? Now, the other thing is the keywords that you're ranking for. Now, local SEO, okay? That's one keyword, right? In your case, it would be health insurance, health plans, and you'll notice I'm putting a comma after each one of these in this space. Affordable health insurance, okay? Cheap health insurance. You see what I'm doing here? So I would line this out with all these keywords. So basically what happens, just so you kind of know, like to kind of peel back the curtain, they are going to post your link on these websites, and it's going to basically be based on that keyword. So let's just say that you sell IULs, and you said retirement planning was a keyword that you want to go for, or safe money retirement planning, or whatever it is, okay? They're going to find a relevant website in financial planning there's going to be an article on that website, and when they say your keyword, financial planning, right, retirement planning, 401k, 403b, whatever it is, that link is going to be, well, that word is going to be a link. It's going to be in blue underlined, right, in the article, and that's how they backlink it. So if someone's reading the article, right, and it says health insurance, or it says financial planning, or it says life insurance in blue, they can click on that link and it backlinks them back to your funnel. Now, do people do that? Yeah, sure. Absolutely do. The goal of this is not necessarily to drive traffic from these other websites. I'm not saying that's not going to happen. The goal of this is to backlink your funnel to authoritative websites. So Google sees your website as more authoritative and pushes it to the top of Google. But yes, you're backlinking to someone else's website, and technically someone could click on that link and go back to your website. Okay. All right. So then you're going to start your campaign. Real quick, select the links for me, or automatically do it. They're really good at what they do. You could certainly just let them select it and do it automatically, and they just charge your credit card every month. If you want to do it yourself and you know what you're doing and you know about domain authority and all this other stuff, then you can select them yourself. But for most of the people that are in this training, I would suggest you let them select them automatically for you and just do it, and you don't have to think about it. Okay? So that is how you backlink your funnel and you do your own SEO and get to the top of Google. The next video series I want to show you on this is how to get your funnel registered on map listings, and how to do it on different directories. Okay, really, really, really important. I'll show you that here on the next video series.